Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast panel. I am your host, Gus Sorolla. Joining me, as always, is Mr. Burnie Burns. Such a tender moment. And of course, from Achievement Hunter, the irrepressible, I don't know what that means, Mr. Jack Patillo. And finally, one half of Slow-Mo Guys. You know him, you love him, your favorite creeper, Mr. Gavin Free.
If you ever go to an airport and you use 2 outlets at the airport, you are the devil.
Yeah.
You are.
You are evil.
Have you ever seen that person who prints out stickers that look like electrical outlets and he puts them all around airports?
That's evil.
They're like photorealistic stickers of outlets, and he just puts them on the walls like where outlets would be in airports, just to watch people go try to plug stuff in.
That guy's the devil. That guy. That guy's
awesome.
horrible.
That guy's fucking awesome.
It's got to be right. It's got to be a decent amount of electricity that just gets used by people who think that electricity is free. Right? It's got to be like everybody just plugging into the airport. That's got to be a significant amount.
Absolutely.
What do you think would be the worst sticker to troll people with? Like a defibrillator would be pretty bad, wouldn't it?
Oh my God.
A fire alarm, maybe.
If you go to like the Midwest and put like a tornado shelter sticker somewhere.
And
it's in a mobile home.
That's made out of glass. Goes like a greenhouse. Yeah, I would think that would be bad. Maybe like a fire exit.
Shed with parachutes on it, just so it's lifted away.
Yeah, it's funny how you can just, I guess, troll people like that with just seemingly innocuous things just placed in a public scenario. It just totally changes the context. Like at home, you don't give a fuck about your power plugs. I guarantee you there are plugs in your house you've never used.
There's ones in mine that I don't even know how they work or don't work. I mean, it's just like I plug in, it's like this one doesn't work. I do no further investigation of that. It's just like, oh, that's just a dead electrical outlet in my wall. No big whoop.
I moved
by the wall.
I moved into a new place and I discovered a pet peeve.
Wow, I'm amazed. You got annoyed by something.
I have a light switch that will not work unless another switch down the hall is on.
How do you even design that?
Why the fuck is this like that?
No, that's a feature, so you can turn the light on in either room.
But both sides should be able to toggle it on and off, independent of one being on.
Yeah. It doesn't do that.
That's my fucking point.
Just put some tape on it or something.
So then, essentially, one of them always has to be on, so then you only can toggle it from the other side. It's just a pain in the ass.
Ray already fucked me over Strangerhood too, so. Yeah.
So
you're cheering now. Wait till it comes out.
If you cheered, you have to watch.
What, so you're doing like a Strangerhood 2? Is it a miniseries?
No. I'm not doing it. Ray's doing it.
He plays every character, right?
What's that?
Is he going to play every character?
He's going to write, yeah. Whatever characters he writes for himself and directs for himself, he can play. Sure. He might edit out some of the characters that he plays and writes and directs, but that's up to him. As the writer, director, editor, actor.
You were so pissed about this.
That's awesome. No, now I'm happy. This is the happy version of me. This has been a 3-year play with this fucking thing.
When you develop that
Here's the clue.
goal,
There's not even a Laser Team movie. It's just, it was all just a setup for this.
when you developed that stretch goal, you came up to me and you said, we're going to do this, 2.25 million. We'll never hit that, right?
No, what it was I went to everybody and talked to everybody first because I needed a wall between me and Matt. Because Matt was like, just put a way out, like where, it's like we won't do it. And I was like, okay. And then we announced on the live stream when I thought we had a really good shot at getting it based on the momentum of it. And then I was like, I texted Matt, I go, hey, I'm going to announce this. If we break #1, we'll do Strangerhood Season 2. He goes, no, don't do that. And I was like, it's like, okay. And I said, when I saw the text message, there's a way, Gavin knows this, there's a way you can read a text message to where it doesn't show as read. And I did it that way. Then I announced it, and then I wrote back Matt right afterwards. Oh, I didn't see this. Oops.
And he'll never find out now.
It's okay, we crossed the goal.
Yeah, if you have read receipts on and the message is short enough to display as an alert, and you don't actually open the message, you've never read it.
So I found when I was looking through a box of stuff the other day, I found like a box of like old like report cards and stuff that my mom had packed up for me, and I found some stuff from college. I found the Ken Griffey baseball Nintendo 64 cartridge that Matt and I would play when we lived together.
Wow.
And I found it, and I thought, oh, this would be really cool. So I thought, I'll get Matt a Nintendo 64 in his office, because Matt is like the weirdest video game player ever. He would play Ken Griffey baseball. He would play it on the easiest setting. He would play, at the time, it was the best team was the Braves versus the Dodgers in the game. He would sit there and just hit home runs. Like he's OCD, like for hours. I'd watch him play baseball games. He would win 102 to nothing. And I go, turn up the difficulty. He's like, I got this, dude. He had a ball doing it. And so I got it for his office, but it has the old yellow video plug, and that's it. And it's hard to find a TV that has that these days.
Composite.
Yeah, composite, yeah. And so I got him an old tube TV, and I forgot how, first of all, those things weigh a ton.
Yeah, they're heavy as hell.
And then I forgot, I like turned it on, and all the hair on my arms stood up. Like, I was like 2 feet away from it. I reached over, hit the button, and then I rubbed my hand across the front of it, and all that static.
Yeah, you can like wipe off the invisible static from a TV.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Because we just would sit there staring into those things for hours at a time while some electron gun fires electrons right at our face. That's it.
Did you have? I don't know if you've gone down by the 343 booth here at RTX.
Yeah.
But they have Halo 2 on the original Xbox setup with old CRT televisions. And before the show opened up, I saw them setting that stuff up, and I said, you know, it's cool that you got this. But I said, but where did you find CRT televisions? They said, yeah, it was actually really difficult to do. And I said, you can't even go to Goodwill. Goodwill doesn't accept CRTs anymore. And they said,
true?
yeah. And they said, yeah, we had to use Craigslist. And they said, and we had to really hunt to try to find CRTs that matched. Because it's easy enough to find one, but then to find a couple that look more or less the same is it's really like a bizarre dead technology now.
I assume if I ever use Craigslist, that I will die from that. Do you agree? I mean, have you ever used Craigslist for anything?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I removed a bunch of wood off my, like I replaced my fence, so I had just like a giant pile of wood in my backyard, and so when I was moving, had to get rid of it, and I was like, let's put it in my front driveway and to say free wood. And sure enough, like...
Got wood?
I had like 80 pickets of wood, and I had a little sign that said free on it, and I got home one day and it was all gone. It was
Jack,
awesome.
You went on Craigslist and wrote free wood with your address?
Yep. In the free section.
How are you still here? Free wood. And it's like, the weird thing is like, if they, let's say the sexual references aside, the first person comes, takes away the wood, the pile of wood, then anybody else doesn't know that. They show up, they're like, they don't know where to stop. Yeah. You got no house.
Yeah, that's some solid paneling on the front of this house.
Looks good. Take it.
So is there anything that wouldn't be taken? Like, could I say free mold?
Sure, why not? You
Jack,
could have sold all your mold, dude, for free.
Just come pick it up. It's
free
load up your truck.
Free demolition project.
Oh, shit.
Ah, shit.
No. No.
What did you do, Joel?
Bye. Oh. Joel Heyman, everybody. Joel Heyman.
Jack has been terrified of that moment all weekend.
No, seriously. I haven't retaliated from last year. I honestly haven't had time to retaliate from last year. But yeah, I was waiting for Joel to do something. Apparently, him and Kyle went to our distribution warehouse and actually the Tower of Pimps, the big Tower of Pimps downstairs, the Achievement Hunter area, which is awesome.
Oh, it's Barbara.
It's Barbara.
Did you just stumble? Are you okay? That's not. There's no mic on that. How drunk are you right now?
Bye, Barbara.
Bye, Barbara. So they went to our warehouse, and the Tower of Pimps was being stored there.
Yep.
And Joel, with tape, like electrical tape, signed his name all over it. And so, like, I mean, like, covered 4 of the blocks, and like his name is covered all over it, and Kyle even signed it too. And so I get this frantic call on Thursday afternoon saying, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm going to my charity event I'm running." And Joel's like, "Can you come back to the convention center?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm doing this thing." And he's like, "Okay." And so anyway, so Joel's freaking out.
We were, Adam and I were at lunch, and a employee of Amplifier came up to us while we were eating lunch, and he goes, "Hey, are you Joel from Rooster Teeth?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, I'm from Amplifier." And Adam goes, "Hey, isn't the Tower of Pimps being stored at their warehouse?" So we went and broke into Amplifier's warehouse, with 600 square feet of black electrical tape, and started covering it 3 hours. And like it's 100 degrees, 3 hours. Adam and 4 employees from Amplifier helped me cover it 3 hours. And then we're like, haha, we're gonna play a funny joke on Jack, and he's gonna pull up to the convention center loading dock, except for Jack fucking left. So then I was standing there on the loading dock with fucking 600 square feet of black electrical tape, and we noticed there was like black stuff under the black electrical tape, like bonded to the Tower of Pimps, and I was like, oh fuck. This is like permanently fucking on the Tower of Pimps. So that was another 3 hours of scrubbing with goop and fumes to get that all that shit off. So that was 6 hours of manual labor that I put into a joke to play on you that didn't even fucking happen.
Well, bye, Joel.
So there's actually a little more to this story too.
Oh no.
Hey, Joel, if it makes you feel any better, the rest of us found it fucking funny.
There's even more to the story. So on, I don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday, we're moving into the convention center. Gilby comes up to me and goes, "Hey,
He hates being called Gilby. Did you know that?
that's why I do it even more."
Okay.
So Gilby comes up to me, Gilby, and says, "Hey, Jack wants the Tower of Pimps here in Achievement Hunter area." I said, "Well, did he order it?" And he goes, "No, he forgot to order it from Amplifier." I go, "Well, it's kind of late. We're running out of time. We really can't get it in here in time." He goes, "Joel and I kind of did something to the Tower of Pimps. If you could find a way to get it here, it would actually be really awesome." I was like, "Okay, Gilby, we'll work on getting the Tower of Pimps from Amplifier over here in time." So if he hadn't vandalized it, I don't know if we would have been able to get it here in time. It was like, at that point, I knew they had done something. I was like, okay, it's a priority. We have to make sure it gets here in time now.
Yeah, have you had a good RTX, Gus?
I evacuated the building. Does that count?
So is that good or bad? I don't know.
How was that?
You telling everyone to get out sounds like something you might enjoy, actually.
That was really stressful. There was weird timing. I ran into Jack right before that happened.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I knew what was about to happen, that we were about to have to take care of this. And Jack says, "Hey, you have any fires you're dealing with?" I said, "One."
No, he says one, and then he goes and he leaves for a second, and then he comes back, or he comes back, and his phone starts beeping. He goes, "I have to take this." Left again, and then the alarms went off, and he walked back. He goes, "We have to leave."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
I missed all of that. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Where were you?
I went home.
The bells go off and Gavin goes home.
You were home before that?
No, I left at like 5. What time did that happen?
That must be nice. 6?
I went off at 6?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Punched out.
What's
you
that
know,
like?
if you're gonna have that problem, though, it happened at a good time. You never would wish for something like that to happen, but it happened at like 15 minutes after the hall closed and everything. And they had to move some events, but everybody adjusted pretty well, I think.
Yeah,
Right, you guys have a good time? Is everything okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah, we just had to reschedule 2 of the evening events, but we rescheduled them, and hopefully people still were able to make it out for them.
Yeah.
What a jackass, whoever did that.
Did you guys see what happened today?
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. So during the Achievement Hunter panel, we got 2 guys, Jeremy and Matt. So it's Jerem0401, I forget his name, whatever, and Axialmatt.
Very well-known Achievement Hunter community
Yeah, the
members.
community guys. And so we brought him in about a month ago and kind of had him sit in when Michael and Lindsay were out of town, and it worked out really well. And so we gave him a job.
Awesome.
So we brought them up on stage.
2
today.
new achievement hunters.
So.
Cool. Well, thanks for everyone for coming out. Thanks
where
for
are we
coming to
gonna go
RTX. What's that?
Where are we gonna go eat?
There's a great hamburger place across the street.
Okay, great.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for everyone.
Thank you for coming out.